My name is Josh Gentry. I was diagnosed in February of 2014. When I used to work, I was a systems engineer at Cisco Systems. I used to give technology presentations for a living. This is the first presentation I have done in over 2 years, so I apologize in advance that I am rusty. I rely on eye gaze technology all day, every day. I would not be able to do most of the things in this presentation without my eye gaze devices. I went to my insurance company for a communication device, but was denied. I was very fortunate to receive a device from the Steve Gleason Foundation. I encourage anyone facing similar situations to mine to reach out to them. This is our agenda. My goal is to share with you the things I have learned in order to make my life easier. I found these things because I'm always looking for better ways of doing things. I'm currently using Communicator 5. I highly recommend upgrading to version 5 if you are using version 4. The price of the upgrade is only $100. You will find new ways to type and many updates to the modules. There are a few ways to customize the interface to make it more useful for you. The first way is to remove the things you don't use. There are a lot of modules to read and scan through to find what you want. You should also reorder the modules with the ones you use the most at the top. The picture on the right is a screenshot of the Edit Homepage wizard. You can use it to add, move, or remove page sets. There are 2 modules I use a lot. They are the Alarm and the Kindle apps. These are actually in SonoKey and not Communicator. I was tired of constantly moving back and forth between the 2, so I imported them into the Communicator. The next thing I want to show you is a page set that I created. I was looking for a better way to browse the web. I wanted an easy way to use my favorite websites without having to type them in every time. I wanted an easy way to use the back button or to close the website. Here is the page set. As you can see, there are big buttons for my favorite websites. The buttons are programmed to open a new browser window and go to the selected website. There are actually 2 pages of favorite websites. I found a really useful page set in SonoKey called Minimize SonoKey. It creates a small pop-up window so you can see most of your screen, but at the same time allows you to easily go back to SonoKey. I modified that page set to help with web browsing. So the pop-ups allows you to use the browser back button, close tab, or the whole browser altogether, or go back to your list of favorite websites. Now we are going to show a short video demonstration of the page set work. We'll start by going to one of my favorite websites called the Life Hacker. Now I'm going to click on a few articles that I want to read. This caramel sauce sounds good, so I will read how to make it. And I want to read an article on kitchen fires. Now I will use the blue back button to go back to the pages I was using before this. Next, I will use the green back to communicate arrow. Now I want to go to Facebook. I still have access to all of the tools in the Windows control sidebar. After I'm done with Facebook, I realize that I want to do a Google search. I searched for Toby and looked through the page for a moment. Lastly, I will open up Spotify so I can listen to music. Now I have 4 open tabs in the browser, and I want to go back to one of them. I can click the Cycle Tabs button to go to a different tab. Lastly, I can use the X button to close tabs or all tabs. I spend a lot of time using this page set. The built-in Facebook app for Communicator leaves something to be desired. It shows your timeline, however, it doesn't show any pictures or videos. This was part of my motivation to create this page set. I would be more than happy to share this page set with you if you're interested. It can easily be modified to have your favorite websites instead of mine. Many communication devices have built-in remote control capabilities. I couldn't find any good instructions for how to set up this in the Toby documentation. I found something on the Toby website. The thing you have to understand is that the device doesn't know how to control your TV and DVD player. You have to teach the device how to control your stuff. A TV remote has a lot of buttons. Each button sends a different message to your TV. You need to record those messages on your device. It is a tedious task, however, it is well worth it if you want to control your TV. There's a small window-looking thing on the bottom of the device. On the side, you can see a diagram. On the slide, you can see a diagram of the bottom of the Toby i12. Once you have recorded all of these remote control buttons you want, you can program the buttons inside the communicator. There are built-in page sets for remote controls within both Communicator and SonoKey. The one in Communicator has smaller buttons that are all on a single screen. The one in SonoKey has larger buttons on a few screens. More than likely, you have a few devices that can control with a remote such as an additional TV or DVD player. You can simply copy the remote control page set and create additional ones for your other electronics. I have at least 5 electronic things that I control. The home theater. When I started to lose some capabilities in my hands and fingers, I knew I had to find another way to control my environment. I found the home automation system as the answer to that problem. Most home automation systems today are simple to use and wireless. There are 2 components, the automation software and the device you want to control, like light switches. The software price depends on what you choose. The range is from $100 to $250 plus. The software runs on a small electronic device like these 2, or they can run on a PC or laptop you have laying around. The software needs to connect to your internet, so you will plug it into your router or cable modem. I realize it sounds expensive after you get the software and a few switches. However, the independence of being able to control your home yourself is priceless. There are a lot of devices that control such things such as light switches, thermostats, garage door openers, and more. Most light switches are around $35 to $50. Once installed, you can control devices on demand, or you can create automation. For example, I go to my office Monday through Friday around 8 a.m., so my office lights turn on Monday through Friday at around 8 a.m. Coincidentally, all of my office lights turn off at bedtime. If my garage door opens and it's dark outside, then additional lights come on. We have these accent lights that run along the stairs and along the floor upstairs. They act like a night light for the kids. Those turn on every night and turn off every morning. Here's one of my favorite applications. My family loves to spend time in the basement, but I can't go down there. So I have a wireless doorbell in the basement. If I need something while they're down there, I can just ring the doorbell. Here's a quick demonstration of my system and how I control it with my Toby. Josh is going to turn some lights on in the kitchen. Josh is going to turn on the fan and some lights in his office. The devices you see here are part of a family of devices called Amazon Echo. This is a new technology that I'm really excited about. The Echo is a really smart speaker that connects to the internet. The speaker has a voice-activated personal assistant named Alexa. You might be thinking, how is this a good technology for an ALS patient if they can't speak? Alexa understands synthesized speech very well. To interact with Alexa, you simply say her name, followed by a question or an action you want her to do. Questions can be as simple as what time is it, what is the weather, or how far away is the North Pole from here. Alexa then answers your question. The Amazon Echo can be integrated with many home automation systems. I have integrated the Amazon Echo with my home automation system, and it works great. ALS patients have two options for communicating with Alexa. You can either type things on an as-needed basis, or you can pre-program buttons in Communicator with your commonly requested things. There are three versions of Echo pictured here. The largest one is called the Echo, the medium one is called the Tap, the smallest one is called the Echo Dot. The Echo and the Echo Dot are always listening for commands. You don't have to do anything to talk to Alexa. The Tap is named as such because you have to tap a button before Alexa can listen to you. I have an Amazon Fire TV that also has Alexa. However, it works just like the Tap. You have to push a button on the remote for Alexa to listen to you. Here's a demonstration of me interacting with Alexa.
Alexa, what's the weather?
Right now in Fort Wayne, it's 40 degrees with cloudy skies. Tonight's forecast has showers with a low of 40 degrees.
Alexa, play my country playlist.
This playlist country.
Alexa, tell home seer to turn on the accent lights.
Okay, I will turn on the accent light.
Alexa, tell home seer to turn off the accent lights.
Okay, I will turn off the accent light.
Alexa, turn on the master bedroom dimmer switch.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off the master bedroom dimmer switch.
Okay.
IFTTT stands for If This, Then That. It is a free automation service that runs on the internet. IFTTT takes things that normally don't talk to each other and unifies them. Take a look at the list of services on the slide. If you use any of these devices, IFTTT could work for you. IFTTT works by using recipes. The recipe is explained by the name If This, Then That. The first part of the recipe is If This. This is the trigger that starts the recipe. It could be the time of day, let's say every day at 8 a.m. So every day at 8 a.m. something will happen. What do we want that something to be? That something that happens is that then that part of the recipe. Let's say that I want to send my wife a text message every day at 8 a.m. I can easily do that and a whole lot more. Now that you understand the idea, let me show you some real examples. I was having this problem with my cell phone battery that died. Then the next time I wanted to use it, I couldn't because the battery was dead. I can't charge my phone myself. I need my caregivers to do it. So now I have a recipe that if my phone battery drops below 15%, it will send an email to my wife, a text message to my caregiver telling them to plug in my phone. There is a simple recipe to send yourself a text or an email when rain is in tomorrow's forecast. NASA posts a picture of the day every day. I have a recipe that changes the picture on my phone to the NASA picture of the day. If I change my profile picture on Facebook, I have a recipe that will change it for my Twitter account. If you have Comcast TV service, you can create recipes that put messages on your TV. One of my favorite recipes is the one that can make your phone ring to get yourself out of an awkward